We're doing a hill climbing test of the Lectric XP4. I am in North Carolina in turbo mode. I have a fully charged battery. We're going more than a half mile uphill. Now, right now, these hills are pretty small, but you're gonna see the one that we're about to tackle is intense. I don't think you're gonna find many hills that you're gonna take this bike up that are gonna be more steep than the one I'm about to do. So you will kind of get an idea for this as we pop through it. Now, one of my favorite things about this bike now is how easy it is to travel with. We folded this thing up, dropped him in the car, and just came up to North Carolina and just finished a 9-hour drive. That was crazy. But I'm also a runner, and I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning to run 5 miles because I'm in the middle of a 500 miles in 100 days goal. And I've literally run 5 miles every single day for 96 days. I have 4 days left, and I wasn't gonna be willing to let that thing go. So if you have goals that you're going after, we're currently doing 28 miles an hour. If you have goals that you're going after, do not let the difficulties of life keep you from going after them. I just hit 30 miles an hour on this bike. That was awesome. So now I was going downhill, obviously, and that happens sometimes. If you are someone that loves e-bikes, come check out the Volt Cyclers community. It's at voltcyclers.com. Just a fun group that I'm starting out and building, and I'm excited about where that's gonna go. And I have just gotten into e-bikes, so you're gonna see me grow. You're gonna watch me learn, and hopefully within the next 6 months, I will be far past beginner, novice, intermediate, amateur, whatever you wanna call it. And we will be on our way to some serious knowledge. Now, I have some accessories on this bike that I am really happy with. So first, I have this Mi Chow mirror right here that has done a really great job. I like the way that it inserts into the handlebars. That's been a nice thing. And again, this is my first Lectric. It's not my first e-bike, but it's my first time taking e-bikes sort of seriously. So a couple of things that I do not like are the thumb throttle. Just not a fan. Now, this is where things are about to get crazy, because this hill, oh man, the hill that's coming, wow. I'm actually gonna have to switch down in gears just to go. Yeah, this is, whew, we're gonna have to work on this one. We're doing 20 miles an hour. Wait, what if I go up back to 8? Will it help me? Now, we are barely hanging on to 21.9 up this hill with turbo mode turned on. So that just shows you, oh my goodness, this hill is crazy. We have currently done a little over a mile on our way up this mountain. And I would call it, like, maybe not a mountain, but pretty big hill, pretty big hill. So I love the Mi Chow. I do not like the throttle, the thumb throttle very much. It's fine for just like, I think the average cruiser, if you just want to be able to push the throttle down and go 20 miles an hour. But that cap, I'm not loving. I just wish the throttle could take us faster. And we're gonna go ahead and rip up this. This is the last portion of the hill. Here we go. Oh my goodness. What a monster. What a monster. And we are gonna go all the way up this. The bike is barely doing 18 miles an hour, 18.3, with me pedaling turbo turned on. But we did just do 1.5 miles. I'll put all the stats on the screen for this video so you can see, up the hill. Woo! Now, this is where things are gonna get really fun. So I'm gonna rip back down this hill. I'm actually not gonna rip, I'm just gonna ride back down. And then we are gonna do only the throttle all the way back up, and we'll see what the bike does. You know, when you're just throttling all the way, can the bike comfortably do it? If it can, that would be freaking amazing. So I love biking. I love bikes. I love e-bikes even more now. The brakes, this is definitely gonna be a little test of the brakes here, because we are going way downhill real fast. All right, boom, ripping this way. Good stuff. Man, turbo mode. I do not need turbo mode right now. Let's go sport. Yeah, sport's fine. I want to maintain some momentum on the way back down this hill. On the very front of the bike, I have an Ice Mule cooler bag, which I really like. It's like a nice little double purpose bag because I can easily throw, you know, a couple other things in there, but I can keep cold stuff if I want to. And it's got a really nice insulation there. So I definitely recommend the ice mule bags. I've used it a lot on my Derwin for the last year, and it's been really nice. Just drop maybe like a cold drink in there or some other stuff when you're running around, like riding down the beach and stuff like that. Let's see, the brakes, the shifters, all of that's fine. The folding mechanism on the bike is pretty easy. I'm definitely getting better at it. So what I will say is it took a little bit of getting used to. I'm still kind of figuring out how to best fold it without being super awkward, because the bike is a little, oh man, these hills are steep. I'm telling y'all, they are steep hills. Look at these little birds right here. I think these are birds. Are those birds? Yeah, those are little birds. Look at that. Good stuff. Let's see. I've taken it to the beach. I've got a bag on the back that's a really nice, simple bag. It's from Kimoto, I think. Something like that. I'll look it up and I'll show you guys after we go back up the top of the hill. Brakes are good. Suspension is incredible. I mean, the suspension on this bike just crushes. Just every bump, every bounce. The seat, I got the extra cushy seat. It was part of the deal that I got, so that's really nice. I've enjoyed that. And we are almost back to where we were. So doing pretty good here. Having a nice time on this bike. And if you are thinking about getting an electric or any sort of bike, I definitely recommend getting a folding bike, unless you are just, I don't know, and maybe you could find, they're so well priced is the thing with this Lectric. Is just like for $1,000, for $1,200, maybe $1,300 if you want to go like with the version that I got, you can get a nice folding bike that is so easy to take places. Now, like I said, I started this at 100% battery, and we have now done 2.7 miles according to the, yep, and I've done 2.67 on my thing. So we're basically the same. Cadence is 61.63, trip time, all right, cool beans. Yeah, we're basically on the same road here. And now we are gonna do throttle all the way back up. And I am really curious to see how long it takes to go full throttle on this bike. Now, Voltcyclers, this channel is really gonna be dedicated to e-bikes and gear and just adventures and having fun. But I am also someone that is heavily focused on motivation and inspiration and filling your mind with positive thoughts. And I don't mean just like the power of positive thinking. Like, I think that's good, but I think that action beats ideas when ideas don't take action. And that's a kind of a stereotypical quote, but it's true, right? You can have the best idea in the world, but if you take no action on it, then it's not anywhere as good as the person that had a terrible idea that still took action. And they got better at whatever they were doing because they took action, even though their idea wasn't as good as yours. And so, obviously, when you have idea and action together, holy smokes, you can crush it. So this channel is gonna try and be a little bit of both. I'm gonna do some fun edits and things like that, but I also wanna just embody the idea of taking action. For me, a lot of that is personal fitness and reading my Bible, spending time with my kids, being an engaged father, finding ways to teach them and help them grow. I don't know if the brakes are supposed to be that squeaky, but here we go. We are now ripping around. We're gonna go full throttle all the way back up this mountain, and we'll see what we get. I'm still in turbo mode, but that doesn't really matter. Wow, I just capped out at 20 miles an hour. Oh, that's embarrassing. Huh. Wow. This is gonna be a little bit of a journey. So, what are some things that inspire you? What are some things that make you go, man, I wonder if I could achieve that? Where could I go? What could I do? One of the things that's been pressing on me recently is just a willingness to take on bigger goals and bigger tasks that will fail. And I don't mean like might fail, I mean like will fail. You bank on failure, but you focus on learning and growth, right? So, like for instance, for this channel, I don't know if this channel is gonna be successful. I don't know how many people are ever gonna see this video, but I do, wow, the bike actually slowed down as I was going faster down the hill. Like I was going down the hill, the accelerator turned off, it just turned off again. Huh. That's a shame. So you kind of aren't getting the benefit of the acceleration down the hills. I'm still showing 100% battery, and we have done 3.6 miles up a pretty strong incline here. I'm really curious to see if the bike can hold on to the 20 miles per hour when I hit the bigger hills. My thinking is you really need that pedal power, but we'll see. We'll see what the battery can do, what this 750 watt motor can do. Yeah, so I think that like I've accepted that I'm gonna have to put in a ton of work. I'm gonna make a bunch of videos just like this one that may never be seen or may be seen by only a few people. And eventually I will build something. I have to commit to posting at least once a week, ideally once a day for the next 365 days to have a chance at making anything out of this channel. And I think a lot of people fail because they quit too soon. They don't understand how long it takes to find success on a platform. And it is less about having the craziest, the best, the most insane stuff, and more about having something that is authentically you that you can maintain because you enjoy doing it. And that's kind of what I'm after right now. So, like I said, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a Christian. I am diving back into the Bible and focusing on my walk with God, along with my physical fitness, my family, my faith, all the F's: faith, family, fitness, finances, and fun. I suppose you gotta have fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong, like way wrong. Wow, this is like, yeah, we're doing 19 miles an hour up this hill. Oh, we just got to 20. Now, see, that's interesting because when I was pedaling up this hill, I was struggling at like 18, 19, I want to say. Maybe we were pretty close to, maybe we were over 20 with the pedal. But right now we are maintaining. So that's really nice. I got to watch out for any cars. We are good to go. Man, it really does kick back up though. That is so nice. It just, oh, man. I think my brakes are catching. They might be out of alignment a little bit because I went on the sand with them and it was kind of bumpy. Maybe that does. See, I've got a lot to learn about e-bikes, but I am willing to learn. Oh, I just took that off. What are we doing right now? Yep. We are averaging 21 miles an hour for this entire trip. And elevation is 366 feet currently. 377 feet of elevation gain. I don't know about you, but that ain't nothing to, skimp on. That's pretty incredible. This bike is maintaining 20 miles an hour up the thing. Now see, here's the thing. Right now, after holding the throttle down all this time, my thumb is tired. Like there is something about it that I don't love because I am experiencing thumb fatigue. And I would rather, man, I really don't want to hold the throttle down. I would rather be at a twist throttle and just hold. So that's really annoying. I don't really know how you solve that though, because, man, my thumb is actually tired from holding that throttle. All right. This is the biggest hill. And we're stuck at 16 miles an hour. That's where we are, 15 miles an hour. Ooh, we are struggling up this hill, but I'm also not pedaling. 14 miles an hour, 15. Yeah, so 14, 15 miles an hour up a pretty steep incline there. And we have done 423 feet of elevation gain. So not bad. Not bad at all. And if I wanted to, I could rip off down that trail. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, my brakes are really squeaky. All right, so I'm gonna show you this bag really quick. If you're still here, that's cool. This bag is what I'm talking about. I really like this one. It's just easy for travel. It is, it's a Kimimoto. It's got reflective stuff right here. You can kind of see that. That's obviously reflective. You've got this little pouch right there, which is nice, just for little things. And then I personally, this has been one of my favorite things that I discovered. I found this by accident. I had it from something else, and it's this buckle strap. So you can see that, and I use that to wrap around my tires. Since I'm only on one hand right now, I'm just gonna chuck this back in here, to wrap around my tires, and I just shove that in there when I'm not using it, which has been really nice. One of my favorite features of this bag is the way that it connects. You can see it's just kind of like right there. It doesn't go all the way under. So it's just strapping right there and then up and around. That's really nice. And then you have these two straps down here. This one also comes with a shoulder strap that you can see right there. That thing just pops out, buckles the bottom, and you have a nice little grab and go carry bag. I also have this little guy, the Pro Bike Toolkit. Oh, that's where I put this. I totally forgot. This is where I was going to stash this from now on. I just shove them up in here so that I always know that that's where this is. And that's just for travel, just anytime I'm folding the bike in the car, it'll go right there. So overall, really loving the bike. I like having this lock right here. That's nice. I have actually put little tiny clips right here on my keys so that I can just have them there with me. That's the bike key. This is the lock key. And so it's easy to just pop those off and do anything that I need to do. And so I'm very, very happy with Lectric and this full setup. I'll have the links in the description for all the different things that I have here. But we are just going to rip back down the mountain, go find my family, and keep having fun, because that's what we do. So if you are enjoying this video and you want to stick around for more content like this, I am going to be doing stuff just like this. Just like casual, run, gun, talk, kind of fun. And then obviously some other more edited stuff for sure. We'll do some of that. But I also want to keep this more natural and just like, it is what it is, like getting up at 3 a.m. and going for this drive and then getting up here and being like, let's see what we can do on this bike. So fun. So, all right, that's it. I hope you have a great day. And